Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. This is Muthu Meenakshi from Pon Vidyashram. I welcome everyone to the next session on Class 8 Mathematics. This is Chapter 6 Squares and Square Roots. This will be Part 3. So we have completed the introduction. Now we are going to start with exercise 6.1. Today is the day to learn something new. So children, let's learn the new exercise, that is 6.1. We'll start our today's session. Before starting with sum number 1, we'll just recollect that the unit digit of the squares of the given numbers is shown against the numbers in the following table. For example, if the number is 81, then the unit digit of the square number is 1 because 1 into 1 is 1. Similarly, for 272, unit digit in the square of the number is 4 because 2 into 2 is 4. So for 9, its square will be 81. So the unit digit number will be 1. For 3 in the unit place, its square will be 9. For 4 in the units place, square will be 6 because 4 square is 16. Look at the number 16. What is there in the units place? 6. So for 4, it ends with 6. Similarly, for the number ending with 7, the unit digit in the square of the number will be 9. For 8, it is 4. For 0, it will be 0 only. For 6, again it is 6 only. For 5 also, it is 5 only. So with this property, we will discuss the solution for the first problem. So question number 1 of exercise 6.1. What will be the unit digit of the squares of the following numbers? Number 1, it is 81. So unit digit of 81 square will be 1 because 1 square is 1. Similarly, second subdivision, unit digit of square of 272 will be 4 because 2 square is 4. Subdivision 3, unit digit of 799 square. That is nothing but 9 square is 81. So as 9 square is 81, the units place number is 1. So it is 1. Similarly for 3853, the answer is 9. For fifth one, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, it is 6. For 2, 6, 3, 8, 7, that is 9 because 7 square is 49. So it ends with 9. Next it is subdivision 7. 5, 2, 6, 9, 8 square. It is 8 square, 64. So it will end with 4. Next one, unit digit of 99880. Again it is 0. So the answer is 0 only. Next ninth one, 12,796 square. So that is 6 square. That is 36. So the answer is 6. Next sum, it is 5555. So it is ending with 5. So 5 square is 25. So the answer is 5. The number here is ending with 5. So the unit digit of the square also will end with 5. This completes problem number 1. Let's move on to the next problem. The following numbers are obviously not perfect squares. They are asking you to give reason. So they have mentioned in the question itself that all these 8 subdivisions are not perfect squares. They are asking what is the reason. See children, look at all the numbers. 1057, it ends with 7. 23,453, it ends with 3. 7,928, it ends with 8. And similarly for the fourth sum, it ends with 2. For fifth sum, it has 3 zeros. That is, the number of zeros is odd, it is not even. For sixth one, it is ending with 2 at the unit place. For next seventh one, again it has odd number of zeros. And for last one, it is ending with 0. That is only 1 0. So it is again odd number of 0. So what is the reason you will write behind all these subdivisions is, a perfect square number will always end with 1, 4, 5, 6, 9 or even number of zeros. So obviously these are not perfect square numbers because a perfect square number will end in 1, 4, 5, 6, 9 or even number of zeros. Let's move on to the third sum. The square of which of the following would be odd numbers? We know this properties, children. We have already discussed this property. That is, since square of odd natural number is always odd and square of even natural number is always even, we know that 431 is an odd number. So its square also will be an odd number. Similarly, 2826 is an even number. So it will not end with odd number. So 7779, that is again an odd number. Next one, fourth one, 82004, it is an even number. So the square of 431, that is the square of subdivision 1, that is 431 square, and subdivision 3, that is 7779. Only these both will end with odd number, because the square of odd number will always be odd and square of even number will always be even. This completes problem number 3. Let's move on to the fourth problem. Observe the following pattern and find the missing digits. Look at the question, children. They have given you the question clearly, that is 1 and 1, that is 11 square, that is 121. Next it is 101 square. So see, in the given pattern what you can observe is, it can be observed that the squares of the given numbers have the same number of zeros before and after the digit 2. So as it is in the original number. Therefore, for the missing number, that is, it contains, first see how many zeros it contains, that is, it is containing around 2 plus 2, 4 zeros. So after this number 1, you have to place 4 zeros. So after number 2, again you have to place 4 zeros. So what is the meaning here is, what you can observe here is, the square of given numbers have same number of zeros before and after the digit. So how many number of zeros are there? The same number of zeros you have to place it. Similarly, for the next subdivision, look at the number of zeros. So 2, 4 and 6. So here again you have to write 1 and you have to add around 6 zeros. Again number 2, again 6 zeros, and finally 1. So from the pattern what you can observe, based on that we are adding the number of zeros. This completes fourth problem. Let's move on to fifth problem. Again it is a pattern based question. Observe the following pattern and supply the missing numbers. So for the first 3 they have given you the answers. You have to fill for the fourth one and fifth one. From the following pattern what you can obtain is, it is 1010101 square. So after each and every number you have to add 0. So the answer will be 10, 20, 30, 40, 30, 20 and 1. So similarly for the last subdivision they have given you the answer on the right hand side. You have to fill in the question. Again look at how many consecutive numbers you have written. Accordingly you can write the answer as 101, 101 square. Very easy question. It is pattern based question. Next we'll move on to sixth problem. Using the given pattern, find the missing numbers. Moreover, they have given a hint for you. Third number is related to first and second number. You have to find how. And fourth number is related to third number. You have to see how. See children, let us consider the first example. 1 square plus 2 square plus 2 square is equal to 3 square. So what you can understand here? How you can obtain third number? That is, the third number is obtained by multiplying first and second number. So 1 into 2, that is 2. And how is the fourth number obtained? Fourth number is obtained by adding 1 to the third number. So we have to fill in for these 3. So 4 into 5, that is 20. On adding 1 to 20, your result will be 21. So 4 square plus 5 square plus 20 square equal to 21 square. For next subdivision, 5 into dash equal to 30. We know that 5 into 6 equal to 30. So the missing place will contain the number as 6 square. Next the last one, 6 square plus 7 square plus dash equal to dash. So 6 multiplied by 7, that is 42. On adding 1 to 42, the result will be 43. So how is the third number obtained? Third number is obtained by multiplying first and second number, and fourth number is obtained by adding 1 to the third number. This completes problem number 6. We'll move on to seventh problem. Without adding, you have to find the sum. It's again a very simple problem, children. You have to count the numbers. That is how many numbers are there. You have to see how many numbers are there. That is 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. So here they have used 5 numbers. So that is, we know that sum of n odd numbers equal to n square. So as we have used 5, it is 5 square. So answer is 5 square, that is equal to 25. For subdivision 2, 10 numbers are used. So 10 square is 100 because n is equal to 10. For third subdivision, n is 12. So n square is 144. So we are doing this sum based on the property that we know that sum of n odd numbers equal to n square. We will move on to 8th problem. Subdivision 1, express 49 as the sum of 7 odd numbers. Subdivision 2, express 121 as the sum of 11 odd numbers. Children, we already know 49 is nothing but 7 square. So you have to take 7 odd numbers and write as the sum. So 49 can be written as 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13. We are using 7 odd natural numbers here. Similarly for 121, that is 11 square. So you have to use 11 odd natural numbers. So 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13. We have already taken 7. Then remaining will be 15 plus 17 plus 19 plus 21. We'll move on to 9th problem. How many numbers lie between squares of the following numbers? Subdivision 1, it is 12 and 13. We have discussed this formula in part 1. We know that there are 2n numbers in between the squares of numbers n and n plus 1. So here n is 12 and n plus 1 is 13. So you can apply the formula 2n. So 2 into n, that is 2 into 12, that will be 24 numbers. Next subdivision 2, it is 25 and 26. So here n is 25 and n plus 1 is 26. Again apply the formula 2n. So 2 into 25, that is equal to 50 numbers. Then subdivision 3, 99 and 100, that is between 99 square and 100 square. Again n is 99 and n plus 1 is 100. So there will be 2 into 99, that is equal to 198 numbers. So this completes 9th problem, and hereby we are completing exercise 6.1 also. This is a very easy exercise. Before concluding, don't just wish for it, work for it. So only wishing for it will not apply. You have to start working on it also. So children, don't just wish for it, also work for it. With this, I conclude my session. Thank you children. Thank you very much.